Hey ladies, it's Heather Petherick here, and happy Facebook Live Friday today. It is the Friday before the long weekend, the statutory holiday in Canada. It's Victoria Day on Monday. We celebrate the birthday of Queen Victoria, and we all get a glorious day off. Today on Facebook Live Friday, ladies, your mojo. Ladies, if you are joining me for the first time, my name is Heather Petherick, and I am the soul and sass behind the private Facebook group for female business leaders of style, wit, and substance. We are here talking all about why it is so important in our business lives to take regular, luxurious, abundant breaks. Hey, Andrea, love to see you here from Ontario. Love that you're here, lady. So we're talking about why it is so important to take regular breaks in our business. Now, I get it. You know, when we are a solo entrepreneur, or we are building a team, or we are pointing the way for inside of a large organization, there is never enough time, it seems, to get everything done, right? There's always more projects. There's always more that we can do to move the needle in our business. I get that. But when we are operating at a high level, business is a constant outpouring of energy to clients, prospects, team members, competitors. We are constantly looking out into the environment, seeing, where can we provide more information, more guidance, more inspiration? Where can we do more, better, and greater in the world? Business is a constant outpouring of energy. Post a 1 in the comments if you feel this yourself. You feel like you're constantly giving, pointing the way, leading for others. Post a 1 in the comments below. And actually, as I am here, I wanted to let you know we are packing up the kids today. Because it is the beginning of the long weekend, and it has become a family tradition for us to go with friends, escape to the mountains, and spend 3 glorious days surrounded by mountains, nature, and all things wilderness. So we're packing up the you name it. So that's why I am joining you today from my mobile office, aka the family van. And yes, if you can actually see, I don't know if you can, it's raining outside, but that's going to stop. I'm going to intend that is going to stop really quickly. So getting back to the business imperative that is taking a break. So business is a constant outpouring of energy. Give me a hell's yeah if that makes sense to you. Business is a constant outpouring of energy. So when we're constantly outpouring our energy, you know very well that over time, if you are not balancing the pouring out of energy of your business with pouring into yourself, what's going to happen? You're going to start feeling depleted, drained. Eventually, business that was once very fun and energizing becomes the grind, right? The grind. Post a 2 in the comments if you can relate to the grind that can become our business when we are out of balance, when we're giving more than we are open to receiving. And the really dangerous zone that we can get to as women in business is when for too long we are giving and not receiving in an equal amount. Because not only do we start to feel like a business that lights us up is now becoming a grind and a chore, what's even more damaging is the subtle ways that we bring that low vibe energy into our business, right? We start to feel like we're operating on empty, and what was once inspired action is now becoming this, dreadful grind. And that low energy becomes to infect, bleed, poison all of our interactions, right? We start to bring resentment, guilt, kind of a needy energy into our interactions with prospects, with clients, with team members, heck, even our own family. And honey, that is not going to grow your business. In fact, instead of it just impeding your success, that negative, resentful, needy energy that comes from pouring out too much and not receiving, it's not just going to impede your progress. It in fact can repel the very things you are working so hard to achieve, like new prospects, attracting new opportunities, new resources. It repels those things when you dip into that needy, guilty, resentful energy because you are empty. You are not pouring in to yourself at the same measure that you are pouring out into everyone else. So that is why, my dear, it is one of the most critical business balance, pouring out in your business to pouring in to yourself. And when I talk about pouring in, I want to give you some real tangible examples of what I mean. And this can look different for, everybody, but just some ideas of what pouring in can look like. It is things like surrounding yourself with business leaders that are going for it, that get what you're up to and can cheer you on when energy is low. It is engaging in deep, rich, restorative personal development. Whether that is conferences, whether that is a mentor, whether that is working with a coach, a mastermind, things like that. That is some of the pouring in that I am talking about. I think as women in business, because we are emotionally invested, right? We're not doing this just for the money, right? Or the fame and fortune. Heck no, we're doing this because we want to create an impact with the God-given talents that we have been given. And because of that emotional investment, it is really important for us to balance the pouring out with the pouring in. Rich self-care, self-nurturing is one of the most critical things we can do to keep our business and our energy ticking along at the right level. I want to be vulnerable and say that personal development is important as a business leader, but so is spiritual development. I've talked many times on previous Facebook Lives how business is the greatest personal development course on the planet, and it requires us to really become not just business minded, but spiritually minded, and not, crazy religious minded and punitive and, operating in the box, but spiritually minded, getting in touch with who we are, what kind of impact we want to make, and connecting with people on not just a transactional, financial level in business, but a real human connection level. And so spiritual development is one of the greatest ways that we can pour into ourselves and become really unshakable, unstoppable business leaders. For me, in reading, listening to podcasts, filling my brain with beautiful information is one of the ways that I pour into myself. For me, taking breaks has become a very sacred thing for me in my business. The more I lean back and take breaks in my business, it seems magically the more my business grows and thrives and the more I enjoy it. And that is why I really want you to get this message today. Hey, Shahina, thanks for being here. Ladies, Andrea, I know you're here as well. I apologize. I don't know why, but I cannot see your comments during the live. So please keep posting those comments and your perspectives as I am sharing this today. I think it has something to do with a bit of a shaky Wi-Fi connection, but we're going to keep rolling because it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently and taking breaks consistently. Hey, Shahina, thank you so much. I see your comment. Awesome. Thank you for being here and in a way taking your own mini break on a Friday. So I want to say, I want to give you some tangible examples of what taking a break, pouring into yourself can look like and what it looks like for me. But this is not a prescription for any of you, right? Because as a smart businesswoman, you get to make your own choices on what works for you. But as a bit of creative spark or creative inspiration, I want to share with you what are some of the things that I do regularly, consistently, fiercely, to make sure that I am balancing the pouring out that is business with the pouring in so that I stay high vibe, high energy, creative, and really attract the right kind of opportunity and clients that I want. So here's what I do on a regular basis. Are you interested in knowing kind of behind the scenes, what Heather does? I would love to know. Post a 3 in the comments below if you want to know what I do, just as an example. Of what it can take to really operate at a high level and stave off the feelings of overwhelm, resentment. Thanks, Shahina. Yes, please. Awesome. Okay, here it goes. For the last 2 years, I have been very fierce. Thanks, Andrea, posting a 3. Woo! I have been very fierce in that Friday afternoons are sacred time for me. I do not, barring some personal emergency or, business, yeah, SOS, I do not schedule anything for Friday afternoons. Friday afternoons, while it's still a work week, are sacred times for me. I block it out in my calendar and I let my entire team know that it is a time that I am not available, and it is time for me. So it usually involves massage, it involves talking with my own mental health professional. Yes, I talk to a therapist and counselor every Friday so that I can keep, whatever issues are on deck for me with balancing family, business, and my own sanity, clean, and that the waters and energy don't get muddy. Friday afternoons are sacred me time for self-care, both physically, massage or aesthetics, and mentally with my own counselor and therapist. Weekends are also sacred for me. It is a no social media zone. You will see if you've been part of my community for some time, I do not post inside of our Facebook group for female business leaders on the weekends because it is sacred time for me and I want to model to my children a good level of balance. So you will not typically see any social media posts for me Saturdays or Sundays. If you do, it's probably because they were scheduled on a Monday through Friday. I also hold a very strict standard that past 5 o'clock on a weekday, I do not work. I do not do planning, strategizing. I don't try to play catch up with the work week. And I know that if I have things that I'm not getting done, it's this automatic signal to me that I need to hire more team or I need to delegate more. And that's just a natural progression in business. As business grows, you do need to get more support because you can't do it all, nor should you. I also, fourth thing that I do is that every 90 days, I make sure that I have in my calendar an entire week blocked out. It's time away with the family. It might be a romantic getaway with my husband. It might be a conference or an intensive with my own client or an opportunity to physically meet with my own mastermind partners. Every 90 days, I get the heck out of Dodge, I pack up my bags, and I go somewhere else to refuel, re-inspire, re-energize, and whatever that looks like. 1 week off every 90 days. Post in the comments right now what you do to take breaks in your business, whether it's on a daily basis. Maybe you take a beautiful lunch and that's a standard that you don't compromise. What are some of the things that you do to build in breaks daily, weekly, and quarterly to keep you operating at a high level in your business? I would love to know. Let's share some ideas here, ladies. As you are posting those creative ideas of how you take a break and what you find restorative, hey, Kimberly, thanks for being here. I wanted to share with you one bonus thing about why taking breaks in your business is a business imperative. Want to know it? Okay, post a 4 in the comments if you want to know this bonus point around taking breaks. there is this magical but fantastical unexpected gain that you get in your business when you do take regular breaks, daily, weekly, quarterly. And here's what it is. Thanks, Shahina. I love how engaged you are and how you are playing full out. You are here on a regular basis. I love it, Shahina. Thank you for being here. Andrea says, lunch away from the computer is a must. Oh, yes. Lunch away. Unplug, push your chair back, and go fuel your body with something beautiful. I love that, Andrea, as well. Great, great, great. Okay. So here's what I wanted to share with you as a bonus before we wrap up today's Facebook Live about taking breaks. It is a unexpected gain that you get when you do take regular breaks. Okay? Thanks, Shahina. Mwah, love you too. The unexpected gain when you are fierce about taking breaks, daily, weekly, quarterly, is this. It automatically, that's a new word we're going to use in our community. It automatically has the effect of having other people in your life start to really value your time. Because here's the thing, it's almost like it's this counterintuitive thing that when you are fierce about getting self-care, pouring back into yourself, balancing the pouring out with the pouring in your business, that is a woman who values her time. Hey, party, love that you're here. Whoop, whoop. I know you got a beautiful weekend ahead of you. But when a woman is fierce about balancing what she's giving with what she is receiving in her business by taking breaks at a regular pace, it automatically means that you value your time and you have a high standard for how you want to operate and show up in the world. And when you are not available 100%, 7 days a week, 100% of the time, 24/7, it automatically translates into other people in your life knowing that you're not always going to be there. You're not always going to be ready to pick up the phone, ready to repost on social media, or ready to, send an email. When you are not always available, it automatically, without any argument, without any forcing the issue, it automatically raises the value of your time in the eyes and ears and energy of other people. And they begin to treat your time as more precious. They are more concise and they are more efficient in their communications with you. And you will find that your communications and conversations with clients, team members, even family and friends becomes more effective. There is less story, there is less drama, because they know you are a woman who values your time. And if they want a piece of it, they need to meet you by valuing it as well. Right? It's that old saying that if you don't value your time, no one else will. And if you wonder why you keep wasting time, if people keep, robbing your time with long-winded stories or, dumping on you with, drama, it may be a time, or it may be a signal that you yourself aren't valuing your time and you're giving up too much of it, right? You're letting it leak out. You're letting your attention and energy and focus be bled all over the place instead of keeping a loving, supportive container around it. So that was the bonus point that I wanted to offer you ladies today about why taking regular, abundant breaks is a business imperative for your success, and the unexpected gain that happens when you do take more breaks and you are less available 24/7. It has an unexpected gain of other people valuing your time and becoming much more effective in their conversations and interactions with you as well. Awesome? Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. So as I leave you ladies, I would love to challenge you as you are, if you are in Canada, this is our long weekend coming up. Monday is a statutory holiday. And I would challenge you this weekend to spend some time reflecting as you have a break on how you can personally triple 3x the amount of downtime and breaks you are currently getting in your business. What would it take for you to triple the amount of pouring in you are receiving in your business and in your life. What would you have to delegate? What team members would you need to hire? How more effective would you have to become? How more fierce would you need to be in protecting your time and valuing your own energy, breaks, and opportunity to replenish? So with that, I will leave that challenge with you to really think hard this weekend about how you can triple the breaks that you are seeing in your business, because I promise you, the more that you lean back and the more that you replenish yourself, the more you will receive in terms of high quality people coming into your life, the right clients, the right resources, the right opportunities. And it is a beautiful thing. So with that, I hope you all have a fantastic long weekend wherever you may be, whatever the weather is like, and whoever you spend it with. So thanks for being here today, ladies. Go have a fantastic weekend. Mwah. Love you lots. Keep posting your comments, and I will check back throughout the day as we are traveling to the mountains. But as of 5 o'clock on a Friday, it'll be a no social